So quick video here. The first video I did on the 3 properties of algebra felt long and a little bit unclear. The longer a video gets, the harder it is to learn from. So I wanted to break it down into 3 smaller videos. First one we're going to talk about is the associative property, and I've set up the basics right here. Remember, we're going to think of the associative property as the grouping property. And all this means is that I can gather A and B together or B and C together. And when I do my addition, I'm still going to get the same thing. The same is true of multiplication. I can grab these 2 together and multiply those first, or grab these 2 together and multiply them first. And when I'm done with all of my calculations, the answer is going to be the same. So it doesn't matter how you group your terms together under addition and multiplication. That's what the associative property is telling us. And let's do an example so you can see where you might use that when you're solving an equation or simplifying an expression. So let's say you had something real simple like 3x plus, open parentheses, 2x minus 1. Well, you would use the associative property of addition to regroup the 3x and the 2x together. This is a legitimate algebra move, we might say. And then you can combine like terms. 3x and 2x is 5x total, and bring the negative 1 straight down. So there's an example of the associative property of addition, and let's come over here and do an example with multiplication. So let's say we had 3 times 2x, and we wanted to make this a little bit simpler. Well, clearly 3 times 2 is 6, but technically what we're doing is we're regrouping the 3 and the 2 together and leaving the x outside, and then multiplying together the 3 and the 2 to get 6. Now, in the real world of solving algebra equations, all the work I just showed is basically mental. You can certainly write out your steps if you want to, the way I just did, but it's better if you can just see this, recognize the structure, and just drop the parenthesis completely. You could say 3x plus 2x minus 1 is 5x minus 1, or you could even skip this step and just see that you're going to combine the 3x and the 2x together. Same thing over here. To rewrite the parentheses really creates an extra step we don't need. So while it's technically what we're doing when we use the associative property, better to just see this and think 6x.